Let's understand the June item of the month, the mini kiwi egg, and rate it for different styles of play. Pop the mini kiwi egg in your terrarium to get the mini kiwi familiar. You may already notice all the letter I's. This familiar is specifically tailored to help those in the current special challenge path, 11 Things I Hate About You, where items with I's receive buffs and items with U's get penalties. The mini kiwi increases stat gains and meat drops from combat. This combo is shared with other Mr. Store familiars such as the nervous tick. The mini kiwi is useful to gain levels faster and increase meat drops, such as during the nun's side quest on the mysterious island. What makes a mini kiwi unique is that it can drop mini kiwis, a size 1 decent food, after combat. Mini kiwis have 0.5% chance to drop per pound of buffed weight, which rises to 0.75% chance to drop per pound of buffed weight once the mini kiwi's aviator glasses are equipped. This means that on average it would take 200 combats for a 1 pound mini kiwi familiar to drop a mini kiwi, which goes down to an average of 133 and change once the aviator goggles are equipped. In Hardcore Ascension under standard restrictions, the only way to get the aviator goggles is by spending 500 meat and 5 adventures in the cake-shaped arena, although in a normal ascension you can pull the aviator goggles from Hanks. If you're able to sustainably increase or buff your familiar's weight, this will help more mini kiwis drop during your ascension. The man calendar grants familiar experience directly, and buffs like Leash of Linguini improve familiar weight while they're active. Why might you want more mini kiwis? They're not the best food, being only decent quality. Instead, click the Kiwi Quickie Mart link to see items you can purchase using mini kiwis. You can buy equipment, booze, potions, a campground dwelling, food, and a food enhancer. Let's start with the equipment. The mini kiwi bikini costs 2 mini kiwis. It is an accessory that adds 11 moxie, 20 sleaze damage, and 40 sleaze damage to spells. This could be useful in the sleaze test at the bench non-combat for the Red Zeppelin mob, but nowhere near the impact of the Candy Cane Sword Cane's doubling effect. The mini kiwi ice pick costs 4 mini kiwis. It is a one-handed pick that increases booze drops by 30%. This can be useful for the PvP minigame More Booze. The mini kiwi whipping stick costs 4 mini kiwis. It is an offhand that increases sleaze damage by 5 and stat gain by 2. Yorick is an offhand that also increases stat gain by 2 while regenerating hit points and mana points and increasing item drops by 15%, although it is inaccessible in a hardcore run. The mini kiwi invisible dirigible costs 3 mini kiwis. It is familiar equipment that decreases familiar weight by 20 pounds. This is only useful for the inflatable dodecapede, a Mr. Store familiar from 2005 that attacks for more damage at lower weights. The mini kiwi silicon tiepin costs 3 mini kiwis. It is an accessory that adds 30% combat initiative and increases mysticality and moxie by 3 each. The Boner Dagon necklace can also be made in the hardcore run to increase combat initiative by 30% and muscle moxie by 5 each. You can purchase 2 kinds of booze in the Quickie Mart. Mini kiwi intoxicating spirits are size 1 awesome quality at the price of 3 mini kiwis, but can only be purchased once per day, limiting its usefulness. The mini kiwitini is a size 1 good quality and must be purchased with either a kiwi and bottle of gin or kiwi and bottle of vodka. That's the 2 shop options. The mini kiwitini is a martini that will give more adventures if drunk while wearing the tuxedo shirt. Drinking the mini kiwitini will also give you 15 adventures of the effect Green Peace, which adds 50% to all moxie gains. This may be useful for power leveling as a moxie class such as Disco Bandit or Accordion Thief, but must be balanced against the relatively low adventure gain per liver space used. While not available under standard restrictions, equipping the green Lavaco lamp at rollover will give 50 adventures of Green Peace the next day. The effect is not wishable. The Kiwi Quickie Mart offers 3 potions, each costing 3 mini kiwis and all with a duration of 5 adventures. The mini kiwi antimilitaristic hippy petition makes monsters much less attracted to you, the mini kiwi illicit antibiotic gives serious prismatic resistance, and the mini kiwi-flavored aspirin-injecting lipstick regenerates between 40 and 50 hit points per adventure. These effects could help speed up council quests, but the relatively high cost of mini kiwis and short duration limits their usefulness. The mini kiwi tipi costs only 1 mini kiwi and can be installed as your dwelling at your campground, replacing your previous dwelling if you had any. Resting at the mini kiwi tipi restores 50 mana points and between 48 and 50 hit points. The first rest in the tipi each day will also give you 1 mini kiwi. Mini kiwi digitized cookies cost 3 mini kiwis for a size 1 awesome quality food. The relatively high cost of mini kiwis may limit their usefulness in run, especially if you have access to epic quality foods such as those from the Mr. Store cookbook bat. Finally, the mini kiwi aioli costs 5 mini kiwis. When used, it adds 1 adventure per fullness to the next food you eat. This is very similar to the old behavior of milk of magnesium before it was updated in 2020. If your diet for the day is a gallon of milk, you can use 1 mini kiwi aioli costing 5 mini kiwis to gain 15 additional adventures. If, however, your diet for the day is 15 Boris's breads, you would need 15 mini kiwi aiolis at a cost of 75 mini kiwis to get the same 15 additional adventures. Mini kiwi aioli will always be in demand for the extra food adventures it can grant. So how does the mini kiwi egg measure up? Note that ratings are general purpose, setting aside enhancements specific to the current 11 Things I Hate About You special challenge path. Most people will use the mini kiwi in other paths most of the time. The mini kiwi stat gain and meat drop improvements are a great combination if you find you need help in both of those areas, though the Mr. Store Jill of all trades may be a better choice for meat and stat gain, since you can tune its functionality to focus on a specific area. Mini kiwis may be plentiful or vanishingly rare, depending on your ability to improve familiar weight. If mini kiwis are plentiful, several Kiwi Quickie Mart items can help improve your quality of life. There's overhead and opportunity cost to boosting the mini kiwi's familiar weight, however, especially if you have other Mr. Store familiars like the chest mimic or gray goose whose abilities depend on familiar experience. For example, you can only use the Mayhem Calendar's familiar experience boost on one familiar each day. I rate the mini kiwi 2 out of 5 stars for quality of life. Mini kiwi aiolis will always be in demand from people trying to get the most adventures any given day. On the flip side, folks who can keep familiar weight high, 100 pounds or more, and or have a lot of free combats, will be able to generate a lot of mini kiwis, lowering mall price and therefore the payoff from farming mini kiwis. The mini kiwi's ability to improve meat drops helps for meat farming, though not as much as the Jill of all trades or Hobo Monkey. The mini kiwi's abilities don't help with item farming, other than the mini kiwis themselves. I rate the mini kiwi 3 out of 5 stars for farming. Several Kiwi Quickie Mart items can improve PvP minigame scores, such as the mini kiwi silicon tiepin for the minigames showing initiative. The mini kiwi directly improves a few minigames, such as providing another option for familiar rotation. The minigame's effects are relatively small, however, compared to other options currently in standard. I rate the mini kiwi egg 2 out of 5 stars for PvP. The mini kiwi tipi provides an easy campground dwelling option that pays itself back immediately on resting, and the mini kiwi bikini may help you clear more Red Zeppelin protesters. Otherwise, there's little to cut turns from ascension runs. I rate the kiwi 2 out of 5 stars for speed runs. Hope this helps you decide if you should pick one up.